Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today? As you guys come in, do me a favor, make sure you guys hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you ain't already. We got a show for you guys tonight. We're going to talk about pretty much a lot that's been going on. NIL, transfer portal, and of course, show me the money. Must be the money. Deion Sanders, Colorado State. They heating it up a little bit over there. I do have a poll in the chat right now. I do have a poll. How many games will Deion Sanders win? So far, the votes are coming in. 67% saying 4 wins so far. So if you guys want to get in that comment section, go ahead and cast your vote. At the end of the show, we'll tally those up and see what you guys are thinking. Also, you can put in the comment section if you do believe that Deion, will win more than, let's say, 5 games. 5 games. Y'all can let me know if y'all think Deion gonna win 5 games. Also, let me pop this onto the screen. Also, guys, all comments in the comment section will pop up on the screen on the side right there, so for everybody to see. And I'll highlight your comments if you super chat and all that good stuff. Right now, we're waiting on Pope to join, waiting on 86370 TV. All right, so I see some people in the chat. Go ahead and do a quick roll call. Paul Shields in the building. What's going on, Paul Shields? Island Boy in the building. What's going on? I think it's Burley. Nope. 4-8 is Colorado's ceiling. Okay, I can agree with you on that one. But I don't know. That might change because Deion said he ain't done yet, and he is going into the transfer portal to get some top guys. According to him, some of the guys that he got coming in is going to be some top guys. So I don't know, man. He's already reaching into his pot. I think he grabbed 2 guys from FSU, if I'm not mistaken. What's the guy name? I think it's Grant. I think he was a linebacker, if I'm not mistaken. You guys could correct me if I'm wrong. And then he reached in there and got a defensive end. Derek McClendon. Yeah, Derek McClendon. So he already grabbed 2 guys from Florida State. He also I heard his name brought up a little bit with the whole Joshua Farmer. Heard his name brought up, but of course Joshua Farmer jumped out the transfer portal. He's no longer trying to dip on you guys. Briley. Okay, gotcha, Briley. Gotcha. We got Lenore's in the building. Lenore's, what's going on? Gage in the building. What's good with you? Man, Terrell, what's going on with you? Mark in the building. What's going on? Do a quick roll call until Pope get up in here. Ivory, what's going on? Irv, I meant. All right. Who else? Free information. Deion Sanders is going to be just like University of Miami 4-8 this year. Okay, I got you. Since you want to come and be here telling all these kind of lies.
Cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
Yeah, you know darn well Miami is not going no 4-8. That's tough. That's tough. My boy Peanut in the building. Peanut, what's going on with you? Prime time. He says, face blue, wide eyes. He's going to eat them words. We coming. Watch. Man, Deion says he's coming, man. I'm gonna give Deion some time though. Give Deion some time. Just give him some time. He said he's coming. Give him some time. He lost 51 players in the transfer portal. So far, I've only seen I seen a guy from Tennessee. I think today another one transferred. What was I forgot where he's from, but another one transferred over there today. 2 from Florida State, and I think he had another one. I can't remember, but the transfer portal got 2 more days, guys. 2 more days, so I don't know if Dion got enough time to fill up all those spots, but we'll see, man. It should be interesting. So if you don't get guys start coming in pretty soon, I don't know what Colorado's roster is going to be looking like. But Dion says he got a list. He got a bunch of guys that's ready to commit. So we're going to see how that goes. Jen, I think FSU is needing to make room. Can only have so many scholarships. Now, FSU, you guys have been having your own transfer portal. I wouldn't say issues. I wouldn't really say issue because you guys ain't really losing any major guys or anything like that. But you guys are losing some people. Omarion, Omarion Cooper, he hit the portal. Today, Makai Pittman, the guy that transferred from Oregon, he's at the portal. I think you guys are saying that he's been injury prone since he's been at Florida State, so that could be an issue. He hit the portal. And of course, you got the whole drama that went down with, Darrell Jackson, Joshua Farmers, and all those guys. But apparently, everybody's staying on board. So, good luck to those guys. Terrell says, my question is, Deion Sanders going to be that so effective? I see his team struggling, but again, I'm a dumb as man. Don't call yourself dumb, man. You'll be all right. I mean, we in spring right now. It's springtime. A lot could change. A lot could change. Some of the teams that you guys see in those spring games, that's not necessarily the team that you're going to see, come fall or whatever. So transfer portal opens and close on the 30th. So 2 days it'll close. And then I think sometime in I want to say sometime down in the fall, you possibly see some more guys added on or whatever, plug some pieces. But I kind of want to talk about the NIL situation too, because obviously, it's not just affecting Miami. It's not just affecting Florida State. It's affecting all the schools across the country. You're starting to see, even last year, you started to see it. You're seeing guys that basically hit the portal for more money. For a perfect example, you have Jordan Anderson was starter, one of the top ACC wide receivers. Went to USC. Went to USC for more money, basically more NIL, capitalize off of his name, image, and likeness, which a lot of kids gonna do. Now, Florida State fans, you can correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe y'all heard something different. But the number that I'm hearing that's floating around for Joshua Farmer, and I'm not sure if it's true or not, so it's all alleged now. $440,000 is what he ran Florida State pocketbooks for. So that's the word on the street. That's the word that's floating around. $440,000, and he's just a backup. According to you guys, he's just a backup. So if he can run y'all pockets that high, imagine what a starter could do. Man, that's tough. That's tough. Transport the drama. Transport the drama. Let me see what else we got in the chat. Peanut still writing that same old stuff. Let's see. Appreciate that, boss. Guys, make sure you hit the like button. Hit the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to both channels. Mine's in A63 Seminole TV at. Make sure you guys subscribe to both. He should be here pretty soon, so we can make this a conversation. Makai had a hip surgery and was probably going to miss 26 still. I'm sad to see him go. Yeah, man. That was one of y'all transfers too. I'm not sure if wherever he's transferred to, he might have to sit out. So he might just take 2023 as a way out of Florida State. Might go to a lesser school with lesser wide receiving talent for seeing the future maybe for the 2024 season, since he's going to miss this season. All right, so we got Pope.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
All right, bet.
All right, so we're basically jumping in here. We're talking about Makai right now. You guys, wide receiver that hit the portal. So,
Pittman.
Mr. Hip surgery.
What about him?
So with him transferring from Oregon to you guys, with him transferring out of Florida State now, if he ends up if he don't withdraw his name, because we see a lot of people withdrawing names,
Yeah.
he'll have to sit out the 2023 season because this will be his second time transferring. But I mean, I think from what I'm hearing, he was going to miss this season anyway. So wherever he go, I think it'll probably be somewhere that he foresees in the near future that's going to need a wide receiver. That's not going to be, the room's not going to be competitive as Florida State's would be. If not, just stay at Florida State and compete there. What's your thoughts on Putin?
So hold on. Give me a second. But my thoughts on that is, I think he hit the portal because he's not playing this year.
Right.
So think about it. Think about it like this. This was going to be his money year with Jordan Travis, right? If he sit out this year, Florida State's quarterback situation is uncertain next year. Even if you have young players, you never know how them young players going to turn out. So why? And you're going to have a brand new offensive line next year. So if you're Michael Pittman, why do you chance it next year by playing with Florida State when maybe you can go somewhere else with a more proven quarterback, and maybe next year could be your money year? That's the way I look at it, but I don't know.
Now my question to that would be, coming off of hip surgery, then not playing this entire season, wouldn't Florida State possibly be his best opportunity to play? Because going somewhere else, that's very uncertain.
I mean, but it's uncertain even if you stay at Florida State because you don't play this whole year and you coming off a hip surgery, right? Florida State has already, we already got 4 wide receivers committed. Like, they looking to take a big receiver class. There's a chance you still don't see the field at Florida State. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but I'm saying, wouldn't his chances be better at Florida State than going somewhere else? Because wouldn't Florida State be able to monitor his recovery and all that, and have a better judgment of his skills versus the other guys?
Probably.
Because if he goes from Florida State to wherever, more than likely it's going to be a drop off. Because coming off of hip surgery, then you haven't played a whole season.
Yeah, I think don't have a drop regardless.
So that's what I'm saying. It probably would be in his best behalf to stay at Florida State. But hey, who knows? With NIL and transfer portal, I've seen crazier things happen. I've seen 2 players left Miami and went to UMass, so that's tough.
You hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you. So Makai, what's the deal with Omarion Cooper?
Man, that's another player, man, that he switched positions and from corner to safety, and I never liked the move personally. I never thought he was going to be a good safety. So it don't really surprise me. And his high school coach actually is up there with DEION, so everybody think that's where he's gonna end up going.
Montre wants to get in. You want to open it up to the audience?
Go for it, bro. Let's
Right.
do it.
All right, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. If we do bring on guests, just gonna bring on one at a time to keep it, one at a time. Basically, I'm gonna put the link in the chat, Montre. You can come on in. But other than that, it's one at a time. So that way we can keep the show kind of clean. So Montre, the link is in the chat. All you got to do is click it, and I'll bring you on. You still there, Pope? It's showing on the side that you got bad signal right now. So if you drop off, I'll bring you back in whenever you get good signal. So me personally, I think Makai probably should stay at Florida State because, I mean, like I said, anywhere else he goes, it's going to be a drop-off. It's going to be 2023 sit out, and then Um, yeah, we just lost Pope. When I think he got in the car, so he's driving, so he might pick signal back up or whatever. Whenever he signal pick back up, I'll bring him back in. But yeah, he might as well just stay at Florida State. Let y'all recovery team evaluate him and everything like that, and that way he ain't got to drop off and go to a lower, a FCS or something. And then on top of that, there's no certainty that he'll play at any of those. Oh, Montre said no. He just saying no. Okay, I got you. So Marion Cooper, since we don't have Pope right now, I'll ask you guys in the chat. FSU fans, how y'all feel about Marion Cooper? What's the deal with? What's y'all mood? What's y'all mood on him? I kind of want to get some feedback on that. What's y'all mood on Marion Cooper? All right, so we got Pope back.
I'm moving around, so.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on Marion Cooper?
I mean, he a player that I would have liked to keep, but I didn't never want him at safety to begin with. So that's just me, though. I never wanted him at safety. I didn't think the move was a good move for him. His skill set don't fit that position, but so it don't really surprise me that he left.
A few comments popped up. Some of the guys saying they don't really care. Yeah, Terrell says he don't.
Guy leaves.
You already know. Cooper was kind of rough at safety. Not that surprised he's leaving. We're probably gonna try to get a safety out of the portal. You said was good as a freshman, but injured.
Portal, whether he was staying.
Yeah, somebody says injuries kicked his butt or whatever. Duke Cooper was a good player. He switched position that didn't fit him. So where did you guys have him before he was playing safety?
He was a corner.
Oh, okay. So you guys try to flip him over. Just kind of like what's his name? Al Blades for us. They had him playing corner for so long, and then last season they tried to flip him to safety, and it didn't work out.
So yeah, he was a corner for us, and then he got hurt, and I think he lost a step. So then they tried to move him to safety, but he don't really have this. He don't have a safety body. He ain't really a safety, so I never thought it was gonna work.
Was he that bad of a corner though, to where they wanted to put him at safety? Or he just wouldn't have got no play time at corner?
He had an injury, and he just his freshman year. So Cooper is the corner that had picked off TVD in that game when we beat y'all that first time. So
I don't remember.
He was like a freshman. He was borderline like a all ACC freshman. And then he got hurt, and so he just wasn't the same player after he got hurt. Like the way he played as a freshman, everybody thought this guy was gonna be a future, All-American.
Oh man, Zozuchi said he was a corner that dominated y'all in Tallahassee. Zozuchi on here telling lies. Zozuchi.
Stop it. Get some help.
Zo telling the truth. He telling the truth.
Yeah, I wouldn't say dominate.
No, he had Rambo locked up that first half in that game.
All right, so you guys got a guy over there at Colorado. Reached into his basket and grabbed two guys out the portal for you guys. What's his name? DEION Sanders. Prime time. Must be the money. Mr. Travis Hunter and Kamani McLean. What's your thoughts on what he's doing over there?
Give me like 2 minutes. I gotta run in here, and then I'll be right back.
All right. Y'all let me know in the chat. What's your guys' thoughts on the whole process that Dion going through right now? Because I see a lot of things in the the headlines, Twitter, seeing it on Facebook, everything. When all the players hit the portal, everybody jumped on it. Oh my God, it's a shit show. It's a dumpster fire over there. Nobody wants to play for Dion. Everybody leaving. The spring game was trash. Nobody wants to play for him. He's a media man. He loves attention. And then Dion, spoke to, I forgot what the guy named. I think it was Pat McCaffrey or something like that. He spoke to one of them, saying that I got a list of players coming in pretty soon, and y'all ain't seen the list yet, so be patient. And I'm like, okay, cool. Then I see he got two guys from FSU. He got a guy from Tennessee. And then today he picked up another guy. So that's four. But I'm looking at the numbers, the ratios ain't adding up. You got four guys coming in that I've seen. And two, he does have a list that I haven't seen yet. So I'm pretty sure by the 30th, he might have a whole bunch of them. I mean, let's just be real. Tomorrow I might be talking about, dang, Dion got like 20 players today. But he's reaching in the portal to fill spots that I'm not sure if in 2 days he could fill. But hey, I'm not, at Colorado. I don't see the list of players he got. I don't see the dates they supposed to come on in and all that stuff. So do you guys think that Dion could fill those spots within the next 2 days, or is it going to be an ongoing thing? Because 51 out, that's a lot. That's a lot. It says Rambo had 1,000 yards before he came to Duke. Cooper. I got young Jits that went to visit Colorado this past weekend. They said it's unorganized and the coaches are pushing kids to sign. Oh man, I mean, 51 out. You got a roster to fill. You got 51 players leaving. You basically ain't got a team. So if Dion's over there, pushing and being a little eager, trying to get these guys in, I can see why. The season is off. the season, I think for them, it's going to be major work. Now, I do believe they'll win more than one game because last year they only won one game. They won in 11. If Dion win 3 games, it's considered an improvement, especially with the exodus that's going on right now. So I don't think there'll be too much scrutiny if he don't end up winning 4 or 5 games or anything like that. I think if he wins at least 4 games, I think he's good. I think that's a major turnaround from one win and then flipping a whole team. So that might be crazy. He's trying to stick it to us because he didn't get the FSU job. I see a lot of people saying that too, that any chance Dion get, he's going to try to stick it to you guys. This past couple of days, I seen DEION Sanders, and I do believe that, college football is an opportunity, especially when it comes to recruiting. You got a guy, I'm pretty sure you guys been watching him all season because he's one of you guys' top target, Charles Lesnar. So Charles Lesnar, from what I've seen yesterday, I think it was yesterday.
What we talking about?
Talking about DEION Sanders and how he's going to try to fill up this team and all that stuff. And basically, I'm replying to what Peter Shields says. He says, basically, Dion is trying to stick it to FSU because he didn't get the job. So that brought me into Charles Lesnar.
I don't believe that. I don't really believe that.
Okay, elaborate.
I just think I still think he's doing his job. Now,
True.
Well, now the way he's doing his job, we're gonna see if that works. I don't know if what he's doing gonna work, but I mean, any coach's job is to acquire the best talent possible, and I just feel like that's what he's doing. Why would you not go after Lester? Like that don't make no sense not to go after him.
Right. I mean, also, what's the guy named? Robert? Is it Robinson? The other guy,
Robinson. Who you talking about?
Elias.
Oh yeah, that's committed to Georgia, right?
Yeah, he's going. I think he's going to go after him deep too.
Yeah, I mean that he's pretty much opened his recruitment back up. He visiting Miami, he visiting Florida State. So like, I don't know, man. We get a little emotional when it comes to Deion. I get it, but it's not as personal as they try to make it.
I mean, at the end of the day, you still got to look at what Dion is saying though, because he's
What he
pretty
saying?
much taunted y'all in the offseason with the whole Travis Hunter thing. Y'all thought y'all was gonna get what we got.
That's what he said. I don't know what he said. If he's still holding his hat on Travis Hunter, well, good for you, bro. But you might want to focus on building your team that you need 70 portal players to fill. So again, that jump don't mean nothing. Hunter was 2 years ago. Like you might want to get over that.
William McMillian, appreciate the $3 sticker. It says Bear character stretching his arm forward, raising his thumbs up. Appreciate that, boss. Appreciate the $3. I still got to work on getting some graphics for
Like we really gonna sit here and be mad because he took a backup defensive end and a backup linebacker.
I mean, it's just a lot of bad blood between the two ever since he got to JSU. So, anything that happens Florida State related that's connected with Dion, I mean, Florida State players in the transfer portal end up with Dion at Colorado. It's going to get a lot of buzz and a lot of hype.
Yeah, but we pretending like he purposely is contacting our backup. Like he's taking backups.
Jeff Hill with the $10 donation. I think that's over on yours. Appreciate that, Jeff Hill.
What'd he say? What'd Jeff say?
Nothing at all.
Oh, he just sent. Okay.
All right.
Shout out to Jeff, man. Jeff always donate.
He's going to need lots of dollars to build a good team. I mean, to be honest, every team is going to need a lot of dollars right now. We see kids that are basically a lot of money. We see kids now basically holding teams hostage, like literally holding teams hostage for money. I mean, perfect example. Last week we had a whole episode, not even an episode, a whole saga on Tyler Van Dyke and NIL. And then this week, we had a whole saga on, Joshua Farmers at FSU.
Right.
And the whole drama, and the thing with Joshua Farmer's from what I'm hearing, and this is all stuff that's thrown out there. Darrell Jackson, he was holding his commitment based on Joshua Foreman. So if Joshua Foreman was to leave, he probably would have left too. Which
I think they was trying to play hardball.
Now my thing with Darrell,
but they was definitely in cahoots.
I don't think Darrell have any kind of leverage with any team right now. Because if you leave Florida State, you're not getting no NIL money from anywhere. Because for one thing, no team gonna bring you in to come sit out. So I don't think he should be stirring up any drama.
One of them had any real leverage.
Well, the rumors flying around, and like I said, rumors alleged $440,000 is what you guys paid him. Now I'm not sure how long that'll be, or if it's even true. Pope signal low again. Yeah, so it's just amazing to me to see how many people, hit the portal, how many guys are like negotiating agents are getting involved. Alabama, for example, going after Tyler Van Dyke. Miami ended up, holding on to him, and then you have the guy from Notre Dame just transferred down to Alabama. So Alabama was having their own issues with the quarterback room, which if you entice enough players that's in the portal or entice a player to jump in the portal, then you can fill your roster that way. So it's going to be a lot of tampering going on, whether it's from your team or my team, or whether we're being tampered or whether, we're tampering with somebody. It's going to be a lot of that, and it's going to be hard for the NCAA to, distinguish anything. So it's going to be rough, man. It's going to be rough. NIL, all I can tell you guys is make sure you get your money up in the NIL business because, like, for perfect example, Ryan Day. When Ryan Day said that Ohio State need to have at least 13 million for NIL, I think he was on to something. I think he saw the writing on the wall and he wanted to prepare for it. Got with the boosters and let them know, hey, this is how much we're gonna need. This is how much it's gonna take to keep a team together to compete if we want to stay, at the level that we are right now, competing in the playoffs and championships and stuff like that. If not, we're gonna lose our top players year in and year out. It's like perfect. Like Montreal says, it's the new college football. That's how it's gonna be moving forward. So you can either adapt to it, get your money up, or you can fall behind. I think what a lot of people is going to realize too, now that UCF is going over to the Big 10, the Big 12, they're going to start getting, a little bit more money than they was when they was, in that other conference or whatever. So they're going to start, competing for players in the state of Florida. And if you look at it, Orlando is a great destination to be. So I think you're going to start seeing a little bit of shakeup in recruiting. So if you had to put an estimate on keeping your top players and keeping your team happy with NIL, if you had to throw a figure out there, what would you say?
You got to define your top players is the thing. Coaches and programs gonna have to be careful. You can't allow players to threaten you. Like me personally, I would have been okay if Mike Norvell let both of them boys walk. If I'm being honest with you,
right?
Because you can't allow the player to at the last minute because they think they got some leverage say, "Oh yeah, I'm finna hit the portal because I want some more money." No, big dog, it don't work like that. I mean, you can try it, but there's a reason why Joshua Farmer went into the portal the same day and came out the portal the same day.
All right, so another $10 donation from Jeff Hills. He says the NIL problem that is the Wild Wild West. Anything goes, and I'm not sure if there's any way you can regulate it. I think it's what it is right now. Yeah, I mean, you can't put a cap on how much a kid can make off his name. I don't think NIL was meant for schools to pay players either. So the schools aren't coming out of their pockets, none whatsoever. It's collectives that's paying them. So whether it's collectives that's collected by the boosters or it's collective that's collected by the fans or as a whole, those are what's paying those players. Now, it all depends on basically how much money you could basically, generate through your collective. So if I'm a collective, let's say through the fans and the boosters, I raised $5 million. Well, I got $5 million to share with a whole team. Now, first things first, you're gonna want to keep your top players, so you're gonna want to give them their deal. And then most of those guys, they're not gonna want to have the same thing. If I'm the top player, why am I getting 20,000? Yeah, why am I getting 20,000? And then the backup and the third string guy, they're getting 20,000 too. I think I'm worth more than they are. So then you'll start seeing not necessarily the players, but the agents start getting involved and says, hey man, you're not gonna put the value on my kid as the same as you would put the third guy. If that's the case, I'll just put him in the portal and see if I can find somewhere else that'll give him more than the measly 20 that you're gonna give him. And then next thing you know, there's a team out there that says, all right, well, you're giving him 20. He's a dire need for my team, so I'll give him 50. I'll even go a little bit above beyond doubling it. So now he'll come back and says, hey, agent will come back and says, hey, I shopped my guy around. This team wants him. They got 50. What can you do for us now? Now, if you can't match that or you can't go above that, then boom, you just lost one of your top players, and he was a starter. And then now we as fans, we're looking and like, what the hell is going on? Why would you transfer? You're playing, you're starting, you're doing this, and boom, it's a business. They tell you they're gonna tell you fans now that you can't be mad. It's a business. It is what it is. If it was you, you would do it, and then you're gonna accept it. Like, yeah, you're right. If it was me, I would do it. But then when it come time for the season, and you're looking around and you're like, damn, we really could have used that guy. Some of the fans gonna resort to, it is what it is. He left because he was greedy, and then some of the fans gonna go to our total opposite and says it's a school fault. They should have gave him what he was worth, and we could have been better than this.
It's a player by player decision, man. It's it's a double-edged sword, and the same way these players can move, I think the fans and I think people have a right to. When you start getting money, man, then the game and the rules change. So they want to play big boy rules or they get big boy criticism. That's how I look at it. You're getting money now. So when someone says, I don't care, you trash, or I don't want you here no more, hey, so be it. Don't complain about it on Twitter and say the fans are toxic or whatever. You making money now. Same thing the NFL players get. Same thing, the way I look at it.
All right, so with the DEION Sanders situation,
let's get on DEION.
Those two guys that transferred over from you guys to him, do you think their role is going to be that significant over there? Or are they going to be starters? Because think about it, if they're starters material, they some of them you guys say couldn't crack the third string. So if they're starter material at Colorado, how good would you say Colorado is going to be this year?
How good you really think a team? DEION does not have a roster. As we speak right now, he does not have a roster right now that he could put on a football field and run a full game. He does not have that. Think about that. 50 players have hit the portal for DEION Sanders, including guys that he brought with him.
Yeah, it's not a good
D-Mac,
look,
I think D-Mac could be okay. I think D-Mac could be all right. But do I see like a 10-sack season for D-Mac? No. He's not that. Gant's not even a true linebacker.
The question, too, is going to be depth. Like, losing all those players. Who's going to back up half of these players? Let's just say you bring in all studs. You got studs starting. But where's the depth? Where's the depth going to come from?
Bro, where's the scout team to run and actually have a solid practice so you can prepare? Remember, Colorado got to play USC, got to play TCU, got to play Utah. They got to play some hard teams, bro. You don't even got a scout team to practice. They're going to have injuries. It's football. You're going to have injuries. You're going to lose guys to injuries and all, bro. I'm interested to see what he do, but I don't know if this thing going to work, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Man, it's gonna be tough, man. But I'm definitely gonna be paying attention. I think they definitely got the whole college football. I think they hold the whole college football attention right now. Speaking of DEION, guys, in the chat right now, I have a poll for you guys. How many games will DEION Sanders win? So far, we got 42 votes. So, guys, get your votes in. You know, how many games will DEION Sanders win? The poll right now, basically 1, 2, 3, or 4. Those are the choices. I don't see him winning more than 4 games. Um,
Briley makes a good point. Like, bro, who's playing O line for Dion? Imagine if Shadur get hurt. This ain't Jackson State no more. This Division I Pac-12 football. Now Pac-12 ain't the best conference, but it's way better than what you got at Jackson State. If Shadur go down, who playing quarterback for you?
me,
Right. You might as well suit me up. I had to go out there and play quarterback.
no, I'm sorry, I can't even go out there. It's springtime right now and snowing.
What if
That
what if Hunter go down? Hunter known for having injury problem. He had injury issues at Jackson State. What if Hunter go down?
Yeah, I think this season will be his first season starting healthy and hopefully
That's
he
what I'm
could,
saying.
end healthy.
I mean, like I said, they got issues. He got a vision. I'll give him that. He got a vision and he trying to figure it out. But I'm not a fan of what he's doing. But that don't mean I'm rooting against him. I'm just saying, like, 50 players, you kick 50 players off your team, bro. There's 85 scholarship. That's 85 players on a roster. That's over half your team you don't have.
I'm seeing Zozuchi says 3-9. Super says, oh, what's going on, Chris? Super says 2-10. I think 2-10 is still an improvement though, which is kind of crazy.
Real talk, if Dion can win 5 or 4 games, that's like a miracle, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Man, that's tough. Jeff Hill with the $10 donation, case by case, basics, case by case basis. Sometimes it's all about the money. All about the money. That's tough. Sometimes I think it's about playing time, but I also think sometimes the coaches need to get rid of players because they need the room, right? But I don't think Dion needed 51 players to hit the portal. I don't think that was the plan. I do believe he was going to push some players out, but not 51. I mean, if that's the case, when that wide receiver hit the portal, I don't think his son would go on, Instagram and try to call him out. If you knew he was going to get pushed out and he was going to be there and he was supposed to hit the portal, then you wouldn't even act that way. It wouldn't be a surprise to you.
Bro,
So I do believe some of those transfers are a surprise to them.
let me make a whole nother point. Let me take it to a whole nother level that I don't know if people are gonna like or not. Let's talk about actual coaching. What is the job of a coach?
To basically develop.
Okay, bang, you hit the nail on the head. Basically, one of the key jobs to develop your player. How the heck? Colorado had 15 practices in the spring, bro, in a spring game. Has he really identified and coached up anybody? Like, what happened to developing your guys? You
I could,
kicked 50 players off your team.
yeah, I
As a
could
coach,
definitely.
you mean to tell me as a coach, in 15 practices, you determined that 50 players on your team couldn't play for you? Colorado wasn't good, but they weren't. Come on, those were still Division I athletes.
Yeah, I could see this season being a total disaster
No,
because
I'm
for
good.
one, the spring, none of those guys that played in the spring are going to be there. So anything that you've, as coaches, taught them just going out the window. And the players that are coming in, most of them you're not going to know what they've been taught, what system they was being, what terminology they was used to.
The point I'm making,
What,
bro, is you can't evaluate a roster in 15. He's a brand new coach. You can't tell me he evaluated that entire roster in 15 practices.
and then you're going to bring in a bunch of guys that's never played with each other.
Never
I
played
mean,
with each other.
granted, you got 2 guys from FSU that'll have some kind of familiarity with each other, but everybody else will be a mystery. If he brings in a couple guys from the same team or whatever, those guys will be familiar with each other, but it won't even matter because they won't be familiar with whatever scheme you're running unless they come from a similar background.
Bro, you use the spring to implement your basics. So you have a idea of what you running come fall when you really start implementing game plans and what you really trying to do. These boys don't even have a spring that's these like you got rid of everybody from the spring.
And
Like none of it
that's why I
makes
like
sense, dog. None of it is making sense if you're just being real. None of it makes sense.
that's why I like the process that Mario was doing. Like he didn't come in and have a mass exodus like this, where boom, the whole team is gone and you got to start from scratch. No, you bring in guys that are dogs and let them push those guys out. Eventually. I think so far since spring, I've only seen two players hit the transfer portal for Miami, which is Thomas Davis. He got lost in the sauce, never even got any playtime or anything to either to say that he was like a major piece at Miami or anything. Didn't even crack the depth chart. He's gone, and then you got another guy, Jabari Ishmael, another one that was lost in the depth chart. So it's good to see that players that are non-contributing is hitting the portal with good luck somewhere else to them. But man, it's weird seeing a whole team hit the portal. I mean, the first time when the portal opened, I think Florida, if I'm not mistaken, they lost like what 20 something players.
Yeah.
DEION lost damn near three times that. Which is funny to me
Yeah,
because
man.
they did pick up one of the guys that transferred from Florida,
And then
Youssef.
and then he gone. They kicked him out.
And then he joined them in January, and then a couple of days ago he hits the transfer portal. So now wherever he's gonna have to sit out a year, if I'm not mistaken, unless the
How you
NCAA
join
is
it?
gonna give him a waive.
How you join a team in January, do winter conditioning, perform in 15 practices, and then the coach comes to you and says you can't play here. What? You ain't even seen
Peanut,
what I
what
can
is
really do yet. Like, what are you talking about? I can't play here. Y'all went 1-11. You tell me I can't play here?
Peanut? What is you doing, Peanut? I got you, Peanut.
Peanut rope. You better stop letting
Talk
Uncle Lou
to
bully you.
Bye.
Stop letting him bully you, man.
What was that?
Man, okay, so Peanut Roll, he's an Alabama fan, so he goes over to Uncle Lou's show and he tried to basically talk trash to him, and Uncle Lou destroyed him for like 10 straight minutes. So Uncle Lou lost signal, and then you hear Kangaroo Black telling Peanut basically, Peanut, man, you got to stop letting him bully you. You got to start letting them bully you, Peanut. Man, that's tough, Peanut.
And then you can't even say Colorado didn't have no talent. You do realize that that corner that got drafted last night in the first round, he's a transfer from Colorado that went to Oregon.
Right.
So they had talent.
I think he was like the 13 overall, wasn't he?
He was a high draft pick. Yeah, I think it was the first corner. No, he wasn't the first corner off the board. I think it was the second corner off the board.
Yeah, I think the first one was the guy from Mississippi State.
No, the first one was the guy from Illinois. Seattle took him 5, I think, number 5, I think, or whenever Seattle picked, that's when they took it.
All right, now speaking of NFL draft, with the 4th pick of the NFL draft, the Colts pick Anthony Richardson. What's your thoughts on that?
My thoughts is probably not the popular thought. I actually like AR. I mean, I'm a troll because he was a Florida player, but do I think he can play day one? No. Do I think Indianapolis is a good fit for him? I don't know. But Indy ain't gonna win no games anyway. So if you sit him a year, you could have something there. I think it was better to take him than Will Levis.
Speaking of Will Levis, still ain't get drafted yet. The whole first round went, and he didn't get drafted. Now, AR to me, he's a generational player. He definitely is. I don't even think it's like his throwing or anything like that. I think the NFL is looking like they can develop that. I think it's more his physicalities.
Absolutely.
The show that he put on at the combine is definitely it's record breaking to be honest, because that's exactly what it did. He broke records. So at the end of the day, him getting drafted, okay, cool. But number 4, man. Okay, so Levis got drafted to the Tennessee Titans. Okay, Peter Shields says he got drafted to the Tennessee Titans. So second round pick. Speaking of NFL draft now, obviously the big three, only Florida had a player drafted in the first round, 4th pick, Anthony Richardson. You know, no Florida State player, no Miami Hurricane. I think we lost Pope again. If you dare, Pope, say something.
Yo,
Okay. So your signal went in and out. Okay, so coming off the board for Florida State, who would you say would be our first player?
next year?
No. In this draft, he said next year.
Oh, well, we
No,
only
in this
got
draft.
Jamie.
Yeah, that would have been my first thought too, Jamie Robinson. But then who? If you guys get any other player drafted, who would that be and what round would you pick?
I don't really see another one, to be honest with you.
So Jamie, second round, third round.
No, Jamie, he'll be lucky if he go in the third. That'd be good for him. I think 4th round is where Jamie go personally.
Fourth round, okay. I think for Miami we'll get two players drafted, and I must say that lightly. I think Tariq Stevenson he'll get drafted. Cornerback. Will Mallory, I think he'll probably be a late six or seven rounder. So
What about Ivy?
Ivy, if I'm gonna say, I might say 6 or 7 also if he gets drafted, but it's probably highly doubted. But he does. I think he made up a lot in the pro days and in the combine for the lack of what there was at Miami. So I'll be surprised to see if those guys get drafted. But I do think we continue our streak though with at least a player drafted.
Yeah, we'll have a guy drafted too. I don't think outside of Jamie, I think we'll have some guys that get signed as free agents, undrafted. But Jamie's the only guy I think with a real draft grade on him.
Now let me ask you guys in the chat too. The Anthony Richardson pick, the Colts picking him at number 4. 1 being terrible, 10 being great. Rate it from 1 to 10. Rate that pick from 1 through 10. 1 being absolutely terrible, 10 being great. Do you think that was a great pick for the Colts? Okay, I see a 7. Somebody saying a 7, so pretty much fairly a good pick.
I like 7. I think 7's a good number actually.
FSU Rose went a little bit further. He went a little bit further and says 8. Oh man, the chat's moving now. I see another 7. I see a 10. Okay. All right, I'll wait till the votes come in, then we'll run through them.
Can't be a 10. If it's a 10, you're telling me AR going to start game 1, and I don't know about that.
William says 2. Dang, that's tough. Man says 2. I see a 5 from Jeff. Peter Shields got an 8. Montre says 5. He's in the middle. I see a 6 from Dev. 7.5 from semi old school. Chris says it's a 6. Peanut done bumped his head. Peanut, I got you. Peanut says Miami will be back in 2040. I got you, Peanut.
And Peanut be giving y'all the business.
Stop it. Get some help.
Man, Peanut. You know who Peanut remind me of? That one dude. I think something came in the mail. I think something came in the mail today. That's what Peanut remind me of.
Got him! Got him!
I think that's exactly who Peanut remind me of. That guy right there. He's just looking for that got him moment.
This man said Billy will be fired and will be Miami's next head coach.
Yeah, I think he need
Hell
to get.
no.
I think he need to get some help too. But he is a Gamecock fan, so don't talk no trash to him. Y'all don't get to talk trash to the Gamecock fan. They told me I can't talk no trash to Middle Tennessee fans, so y'all can't trash talk Jacksonville fans either. Which is surprised that Jacksonville even have fans. Okay, Bradley said T2Y from the Miami media. It looked like the Canes still need 6 to 8 guys from the portal. How long before Mario starts bringing those additions? Should have been right now. Should be right now. I think we're gonna pick up 2 guys. You'll probably hear them announced pretty soon. But Jaden Davis from Oklahoma Sooners, and cornerback, and then we'll bring in Xavier Henderson from Florida, which is crazy to me, But he is from Columbus, same high school Mario went to. The connections is there, so we do have a need for wide receivers. So I think he'll fit right in. A lot of people are saying that he's pretty tall, but might be a little bit on the slower side. But if they could use his height to their advantage, then hey, who am I? Who am I saying not to bring him in? What's your guys' thoughts on guys transferring from rival to rival?
It's a little weird, but I mean, hey.
Let's just say Norvell hits the portal and boom, grab somebody out the transfer portal from Florida. How would your fan base feel about that? Guys, let me know in the chat. Yes or no? Would you guys take transfers from Florida, from the Gators or from the Hurricanes? Obviously, I already got Darrell Jackson, but would you guys take guys from the portal from your rival?
If they fit a position of need, I don't see why not.
Everybody's saying yes, hell yeah. Oh man, T2I track star, you bugging T2I. Wait, what? Who said a track star? Who did I say was a track star? I know I ain't called nobody no track star. Nasu, you bugging. Who's a track star? Who did I say a track star? Henderson from Florida. I didn't say he's a track star. I say he's a big guy. He's a tall guy. I say he's not no track star, but if they could find ways to use him, then hey. Oh, okay. Okay, clear that up. Because he definitely ain't no track star. I know that much. I've seen enough tape to know that he's not a track star. So basically, portal-wise, do you think any more names is gonna jump in there?
From Florida State?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll have a few more actually.
Would you say contributors or non-factors?
I think Micah was a surprise. I don't know if we're done with the surprises yet.
What's your thoughts on Omari Cooper?
I ain't mad at him.
Where was he on the depth chart? And
He wasn't. He was a rotational guy at safety, so it is what it is, right?
did you see him? If he didn't hit the portal, and it
He would
wasn't
have been in the
a shocker,
rotation.
so he was a guy that definitely would probably get a few snaps here and there.
Yeah. No, he would have been in the rotation. My issue is I don't know. I don't know how good he is at safety. He's not a natural safety. I just don't know how good he is.
Or do you think it'll be a situation where maybe tomorrow you'll see, Cooper withdraws his name out the portal or something like that? Or
No, because his coach is at his high school coach is at Colorado, so I,
oh
I don't see it. I think he going. I think that's
oh
where he going.
man, if he ends up at Colorado, I got some more narratives to push.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
Oh man, I can see it now. The next title, Deion bullies Norvell. Oh man, that'll be tough, man. Man, it. I think college football, the way things going, NIL, transfer portal, all this, it's gonna be hard to predict stuff nowadays. I think literally until game time, you won't be able to predict anything.
I think every offseason, what needs to happen is the fans need to be prepared to lose somebody that they don't want to lose because somebody's going to hit the portal and try to test their market and see if they can get a bag. Even if you think you got a good team, even if you think that player about to turn into the next good player, like a Joshua Farmer, who is going to be one of the main rotation guys at defensive tackle. He flirted with the portal to test his worth. I think you're going to see that every year. I mean, TVD just did it too. Because obviously Bama and the TVD rumors was real because Bama went and got a portal quarterback.
Insane Mob says, Seminole T2Y talking that BS. I got you.
Stop it. Get some help.
I think every year someone's going to try to flirt with the portal that fans are going to be like, no, I didn't see that one coming. But, it is. You just got to prepare yourself for it.
Man, Porter. Shoot. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's interesting. I think the portal has made me click on Twitter a lot more than I like to. Because pretty much every time I go on there, I see somebody hit the portal, whether it's from, Ohio State, Michigan, you know, Colorado. Colorado's been eating up a lot of timelines. I'm just, I'm so curious right now to see who the guys that are gonna go over there. Because I'm not even gonna lie. I'm kind of disappointed right now. Because today I only seen one name.
Who's that?
And I forgot the kid name already. I know the guy from Tennessee. He transferred over there yesterday. I forgot the kid name. Dude, let me see if I can pull it up again. Oh, I think I got it in my phone. Hold on.
At this point, you should not think that any player is immune to a team reaching out and trying to get them. I don't care who you think that player is. Alabama have been tampering with quarterbacks since the portal opened. People forget that Drake May was the first quarterback that was rumored to hit the portal and go to Alabama. That was Alabama's first choice was Drake May.
Oh
But Drake
yeah,
May said no, he's staying at North Carolina. Then they went the TVD route. TVD flirted with it, and then he said, nope, I'm going to stay at Miami. And then they finally got that guy from Notre Dame. That stuff going to happen every year. Watch.
there's one player that transferred from Colorado that was a Miami Hurricane at one point. Cornerback Nigel Bethel. He's hit the
Yeah.
portal. Oh yeah, the guy from Tennessee, Amari McNeil. He went over there.
Yeah, I did see that.
Now, obviously, you guys welcome back Joshua Foreman. But I must say, man, y'all fan base on 247, y'all are crazy.
Let's not talk about fan bases because we can talk about what y'all was saying about TVD when he was flirting with Bama.
Oh, trust me, I heard it loud and clear.
Y'all called the man garbage and all this other stuff. So
I heard it loud and
I
clear.
don't even want to hear that. Fans say stuff, man.
Now I was gonna drop a video, but obviously he jumped out the portal, so I scrapped the video. But I still got all the screenshots. I still got all the screenshots of some of the things that the Florida State fans were saying. I'm gonna read off some of them, not all of them. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. This was fans to Joshua Foreman. Can't really say I wish him the best after we developed him for nothing into something. He didn't care about the NFL path or great coaching. Unfortunately, some people have to learn by making mistakes. So him hitting the portal was a mistake. Um, this one was a lot of profanity and stuff like that. He's a B word made punk. So he's a bitch made punk. That's what he said. The deal was made in the off season. Obviously, he already been paid. Do collectives get burned? Learning experience contract. So this is a guy that's saying that he's already been paid. So the deal was already made in the off season. Don't you look stupid now? Then somebody screenshotted the real Jackson timeline from off of Instagram. Come came here with my brother. He's gone. Say less. So Darrell was basically threatening to leave too.
Yeah, they was in cahoots.
It's a loss, but one day can recover from in short order. Can't wait to see who paid the most. So this was somebody was waiting to see who picked them up, so they would have start their whole narrative of how much he got paid, basically. I'm wondering when the first collectives try to take legal action. That's a good question. These collectives can they really take legal action against a kid? Cause don't the kids get paid on a time basis, on a completion base? I don't think they get. I think they get checks every now and then. I don't think it's a one lump sum thing. So if you completed certain things that they ask, you still get paid. You don't have to pay that back. If that's just what I think it is.
I'm not in the collective or I'm not in the NIL business, bro. So I really don't know. And I don't know what legal action can be taken, but I have heard like rumors that collectors are going to start looking at ways to, I don't know if lock is the right word, but they're basically going to be looking at ways to try to, if a player signs with the collective and then tries to dip for another school, to where maybe there can be some repercussions, maybe financially, right? But I don't know how that works. That's the whole crazy thing about NIL, bro. It's like there's no rules, regulations to it. So I don't know what's legal, what's not legal. I don't know.
Now somebody else says this would be really concerning if Jackson and Peyton jump ship too. Who's Peyton?
Patrick Payton. Yeah, Patrick Payton would hurt me. If he jumped, that would hurt.
Is he like you guys starter? Or
Yes. ACC. He's ACC Freshman of the Year last year. As a freshman, he had 5 sacks. He's from Miami, and yeah,
is
DN.
is he starting on the other side of what? Love it?
He's gonna start on the other side of Verse.
Verse. Why I say love it? Why did love it come to mind?
No, I don't think Peyton will leave either, Momo. I'm just saying.
Somebody says he's not really drawing interest though, right? I mean, this is brilliant tampering. He knows where he's going.
Most of these kids that hit know where they're going, especially the big name kids. And that was the thing that was so intriguing about Farmer is I don't think he had any idea where he was going to go. I think he was just hitting the portal. I think Farmer was trying to leverage some stuff and thought he could hit the portal and get a come up. And I don't think it worked how he thought it was going to work. You feel me?
Yeah,
At the end
then
of the day,
this.
a lot of these jits, unfortunately, they don't have the people in their corner that have their best interest at heart. That's what happens when you deal with agents. Agents need to make money. So the
Oh,
agent gonna tell you to hit the portal because the agent got to make a cut of whatever it is you getting. That's why this is going the way it's going.
what's your
And
take on this? I
and
see
if
Duffy leaving.
parents and the people that's close to these young men don't get they act together, don't get educated, and don't get hip to the game, you're gonna see more kids hit the portal with nowhere to go who think they worth more than what they really are, and it's gonna hurt them in the long run.
Do you see Duffy leaving?
I think not this year, but I definitely think next year you probably see a quarterback dip. Absolutely. I don't know if it's Duffy.
Yeah, cause Momo say he sees Duffy leaving.
I don't know if it's Duffy. This year, I don't see anybody leaving, though it could happen now because we do have we got 4 quarterbacks. For a lot of teams, man, that's a lot of quarterbacks.
Yeah, I think we got 2.
Right.
You
Y'all
know,
got 2 scholarship. No, y'all got 3 scholarship guys.
and we only got 2 guys with any kind of experience.
Right. But you only got 2 guys. That's what I'm saying. And so right now, we kind of have a loaded quarterback room,
Now
which,
this one
which in
said.
today's day and age, that's a lot of players in that room.
Now this one says, wouldn't be surprised if Mike Norvell told him to kick rocks. Now these are from the Joshua Trader thing. Somebody said Kirby with a question mark. You guys think Kirby was going after Joshua Trader? I meant Farmer.
No. If that was the case, why'd he come back? Come on. First of all, if that was the case, why? If playing time, which was rumored to be an issue for Farmer, playing time and money was the issue, why would you go to Georgia? You ain't gonna crack the rotation at Georgia. That don't make sense.
But maybe if Georgia was offering more than y'all, he probably would have took it to be their backup.
Okay, that was the case. Then why he ain't go to Georgia? I don't think nobody was offering that man anything. If I'm being honest with you,
Yeah, I kind of agree with the
I
other guy
think
when
he
he said there
thought
were
he
no
was gonna be
interest.
worth. He thought he was gonna be worth more. He thought he was gonna get more attention.
What I don't understand with most of these guys is the transfer portal opened up and you wait. Right now it's the 28th. It closes on the 30th. Why wait to the last second to hit the portal?
I'll tell you
Only
why.
way I see that is if there's tampering,
I'll tell
where
you why.
a kid want to
Well,
make an exit without any splash.
tampering, and 2, I'll tell you why. In the case of Joshua Farmer, and again, y'all got to remember, I don't know anything. I'm just a light skinned dude on YouTube, bro. I'm not an insider. I just talk, so I really don't know what I'm talking about. But so y'all can either choose to listen or not. But I'm gonna say this: what I think Farmer thought was if I hit the portal at the last second, it's gonna put Florida State in a position to act fast. To think about it, if he would have hit the portal with time, let's say he did have an offer and he hits the portal now, maybe Florida State can't counter that offer, so it puts Florida State in a bind, and he gets the money that he's looking for.
But would you really want to counter, to be honest with you?
Again, if it was me, if I was Mike, I wouldn't do it.
Because, I mean, imagine that locker room after that.
That's what I'm saying. If you let one player bully you into a bigger NIL deal, then what's the next player gonna do? And the next player, you can't set that precedent. You can't do it.
All right, so this guy says, so am I supposed to be worried about anybody else leaving in the next couple of days? I can't take this shit.
Who said that?
Some dude named Sanonis Burner. It's on 247. Yeah, I'm more concerned with Jackson and Peyton. F this kid. Yo, when y'all fans get mad, bro, y'all go in. Kick rocks, pound sand. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Where don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Attaboy Ingram for not appeasing public holdouts for backups, being mindful of the president. The
And to be
president.
fair to Mike Norvell, we went through this thing last year with Jarvis Brownlee, if you remember that.
Yeah, true that.
He
And
tried to hold out, and what we do, we told him you can go, and he went to
hey,
Louisville and was sorry as hell, like I thought he would be.
I ain't
So
even gonna lie to you. When I was watching y'all versus Louisville, I was hoping he would have whooped y'all ass.
man, they was
I was
destroying.
hoping he would have showed up and showed out.
Johnny put 150 on his head.
Oh man, someone is gonna overpay here. That's on Flaming Spears 35.
Farmer didn't get not a dime more. Don't believe the hype.
Saw elsewhere that it was a Big Ten team, not UGA, but who knows? There you go, people spreading their own their own propaganda. So he was supposed to get picked up by a Big Ten team.
And like Marcus said, every team say crazy stuff when they player hit the portal.
Now we replace him in the fall with a portal entry. It's how it works. There you go. Somebody said Jackson is on live right now with former and DMAC laugh out loud.
They did do that. So they did do that. Him and Jackson and D-Mac was on live together, and D-Mac had already committed to Colorado. So there's a lot of rumors that D-Mac was trying to get them boys to go to Colorado. But again, if Farmer goes to Colorado, he a starter, no doubt. In my opinion, he a starter. So why he didn't go? Because Colorado ain't had no money to pay him. That's why he didn't go. Because if Colorado would have had the money, and you was gonna go there and probably be the starter, why you ain't go? Like none of it. The whole Farmer situation, bro. It's just he played a bad hand that he thought was a good hand.
And that goes back to DEION again. If Farmer leaves FSU where he's like what third string, and goes over to the Colorado and he's a starter, what does that look like for that team?
I mean, if DEION want to build a team off of FSU backups, good luck, bro. Like, I mean, I'm not mad at it. Like, good luck, dog. Seriously. If you think that's how you gonna win off a bunch of that tells me that y'all keep talking about Mike Norvell and he can't do this and he can't recruit. It seems like DEION want all of Mike Norvell players. He's doing something right. Because DEION don't want his own players that don't look like.
I'm starting to think he do have a vendetta out for you guys. Now, this one says, good player. We don't need a constant headache. Goodbye. Next man up. Kid will be third string at Georgia, so better go to Miami. Why you want to send him to us? We ain't asking for him. Why y'all trying to put him off on us?
No, there was some rumor that Miami, because there was some rumor that him and Jackson was going to go back to Miami.
Now here's one that's really gonna make you laugh. Do we take back his big fancy truck?
Say that again.
Do we take back his big fancy truck?
I tell you.
Did y'all give him a truck?
I know D-Jack got a truck from us. I don't know if he got it from us or from y'all, to be honest with you. But D-Jack riding around in that nice Ram.
I don't remember us giving him a vehicle.
So yeah, I mean he got that Ram from us. He got one of them brand new Rams. I don't know what Farmer drive.
Nah, that was pretty much it though. Because in the midst of me getting up, I always go in there and pick out the most negative ones. There was a couple people on there wishing him good luck wherever he goes, next man up kind of thing and all that.
Yeah, TRX, Montre. D-Jack got a nice truck.
Man.
Farmer got a TRX too? Okay.
Hey.
That makes sense. Them boys got the same truck. They best friends. I get it.
So Florida State handing out trucks now?
Yeah. I mean, Verse got one.
I think Colorado handing out trucks too, because I did see I did see Travis Hunter post on Instagram.
Yeah, Travis Hunter got a deal with
I think Ford.
was it Ford? Yeah, he got a deal with him. I saw that too.
You said T2Y, a real FSU hater. How did you figure that out? Man,
And that's what I'm trying to say, bro. These kids, I mean, I get it, bro. Get what you worth, man. These kids driving around in vehicles that a lot of grown men who work 40-hour work weeks don't got. You feel me?
well, Sandra said, "Stop it, get some help." I got you, Sandra.
Stop it. Get some help.
These boys riding around in vehicles, $70,000-$60,000 trucks. Like,
Man, we got a guy that committed to us. His name is Hellcat. So I can only see sooner or later somebody gonna offer him a Hellcat. Oh, thanks for reminding me in the chat. Bishop Thomas into
yeah,
the transfer portal.
he hit the
What's the
portal
deal with
too.
him?
He's another redshirt freshman. Honestly, I don't know what's up with Bishop. I
What
think maybe
position?
I think maybe he didn't like the move to. In the spring, they moved him to DN, and I don't know if that was a. You done? Okay. I don't know if that was a
What,
permanent move to DN or that was just temporary for the spring. But
what
maybe he
was he
didn't
for?
like the move.
What was he before?
He was a D tackle.
So he would have to lose weight to get into that position.
No, he didn't. That's the thing. He was 300 pounds at DN, but that's what he played in the spring. So I don't
Wait,
know if he didn't
wait,
like.
what?
He's athletic though. Like Bishop played like wide receiver in high school, bro. But he was 300 pounds in high school.
Bro, you
Like
got a
like
300-pound defensive end. I'm sending my running back that way every time.
like Bishop can move though. So I think maybe Bishop didn't like the move, maybe. And maybe that's why he hit the portal. Young guys like that, I don't like to see because those guys still got a lot of room to develop. But at the same time, if
All
there's one
right,
position Florida State can afford to lose is the D tackle. We are deep at that position.
all right. So the poll in the chat: how many games will Deion Sanders win? So far we got 50 votes. 54% says 4. 22% says 3. 16% says 2. 8% says 1. Man, there's a lot of haters out there. 8%. 8% out of 50 is a hater. They really want to see Deion go 1-11. That's crazy.
I think if he get the 4 or 5 wins, it to me is a miracle. Don't
What
let him
was
make a bowl game. That junk gonna be crazy if you make a bowl game. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I was just about to say that. What would be the narrative if Deion wins 6 games this year?
If he makes a bowl game, he's gonna recruit his ass off. I promise you.
And my question would be, looking at his schedule, who would be those 6 victims? Because
He
it's
got
hard to see him winning any of those games on that list, to be honest.
Yeah, he got a tough schedule for sure. Let me get my charger. My phone don't die.
Let me see. I'll pull up his schedule. Pull up Deion's schedule. I'll let you guys do. We'll do the wins and losses for them. I think this is the most media coverage that Colorado's seen since the '90s. To be honest,
And I kind of agree with Brandon right here. He say Prime ain't winning a single game because Prime got the biggest target on his back. But that's real though. I
you
think
say he's not winning a single game though, not one.
they're gonna try to embarrass them though. They like USC is gonna try to put up 80 on Colorado. Watch.
You said not one game. Come on now.
Cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
Ain't no way in hell Deion go 0-12. That's big cap.
What's the schedule look like? That's my question.
Here we go.
Because unless he has like a couple gimmies on there, I don't know.
Man, ain't no way in hell.
Colorado
Ain't no
gonna
way
be
in hell.
is Colorado gonna beat Oregon? They gonna beat USC. They gonna beat Utah. They gonna beat TCU. Are they gonna? I mean, I just named half of the schedule right there.
Ain't no way in hell they going. Ain't no way in hell they going 1-12.
Let me
They
see.
definitely gonna beat the off week.
Who?
The off week. All right. So let's do this game by game,
Yeah,
and
let's do it.
then we can wrap up the live. Let me make it a little bit bigger so the people at home can see. Since we're going game by game, no need to look at the whole schedules like that. There we go. All right, so first game up,
That's an L.
TCU Horned Frogs.
That's an L. Them boys are just in the natty. That's an L.
Let me see if I can make a case. Nah, I can't make no case. Damn. Y'all put an L or a W in the chat. L or W in the chat. For
Bro, I don't think he can beat Stanford.
I see L. I see one L.
Because you can say what you want about Stanford. I know we ain't got to Stanford yet, but I saw a comment that said maybe Stanford. Say what you want about Stanford. Stanford develops they trenches, especially the offensive line.
Sports. We got a W in the chat there. Sports.
For who? TCU?
Sports Hub says a dub.
That
See?
boy drunk. I don't care if they not the same team or not. He ain't beating TCU.
All right, so the rest of everybody else is throwing L's. My guy's making a case for a W against TCU.
Ain't no way in hell.
Man, I ain't thought I would have seen a W in the chat. So Montreal say he drunk.
Yeah, he is drunk. TCU.
Oh my God. Sports Hub, what's your drink of choice?
E&J. That's what he drinking.
Hey, that's tough right there. I like Grey Goose because you don't wake up with no head. All right, so Nebraska. Y'all let me know in the chat. Nebraska, L or W for Dion? L or W for Dion?
You are all underestimating. Bro, how can you say we underestimating a team that don't even have a team right now?
You said that's Travis Hunter's burner account. Oh, God.
Gotta be Travis Hunter burner.
Nebraska. Okay, all the L's are coming in. 0-2.
I mean,
Oh, another W. Sports, of course. Of course. Somebody
as of
said,
right now, I'll say Nebraska's because I know they got a brand new coach. I'll say that's an interesting game. I'll say that's an interesting game. I don't know if that's a W or L. Maybe it's a W. Only because Matt Rule's brand new there. But from a talent level, Nebraska probably got the edge.
Nebraska also didn't have an exodus.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And Nebraska also got more talent. That's what I'm saying. From a talent level, Nebraska got the edge. So
Now I'm gonna give him Colorado State. That's a win for them. Y'all let me know in the chat. Colorado State. Do y'all think Dion W or L? Colorado State.
Colorado State is 50-50 at this point. Just because I don't know anything about them, honestly.
I gotta give him at least one
And it's
win.
a rivalry game, and rivalry games. And... That's right. Jeff Sims is at Nebraska, ain't he? Yeah, I forgot about that.
So everybody getting Dion the dub for Colorado State. Okay. I'm definitely giving him a dub.
I think Colorado State is 50-50, yeah.
Will says dub 50-50. Okay.
Oregon L, fat L. Probably get blown out in that one.
Yeah, definitely finna lose.
USC L.
He'll probably make Bo Nix look like a Heisman in that game.
Facts. Caleb Williams, USC. Yeah, that's another blowout. So right now they what? 1-3?
Oregon. Hold on. Let's say for Oregon, what's 1 through 10? What's the chance of Dion pulling an upset?
I don't see it, bro.
What's the chances of Dion pulling an upset? 1 through 10.
I'll give it a 1. I'll give it a 1 or a 2, just because it's football and anything can happen. But I don't see it.
I see a 1. Yeah, I don't see it happening. I think it's a low chance. The highest I would give it is a 3. The lowest I'd give it is 1. I see some zeros. I see a 2, 0, negative
Unless
38.
Oregon for whatever reason, but see that's Oregon's at home in that game. That's gonna be a blowout. They're gonna get smashed in that Oregon game. Oregon at home too? Yeah, no, it ain't happening.
All right, so you got Heisman returning quarterback at USC going up against Colorado. This is a home game for Colorado.
Bro, USC is about to put up 60 on them boys.
Is that an L or a W for Deion? Y'all let me know.
USC?
Yeah.
Come on.
L and
Come
W
on.
in the chat. Let me see.
Come on.
Let me see. We probably get a W from Sports Hub.
Caleb might win another Heisman off that game alone.
God dang, all these L's. 100% L. USC by 50. LLL. Yeah, it's safe to say that's a dud. Stanford.
That's an L.
Win or loss? Win or loss?
You skipped Arizona State though.
Oh, my bad. Well, we can finish Stanford first then, since I already put it out there. Stanford. Is Stanford a win or loss for you guys?
That's an L.
I'm gonna give them a win.
Hell no. Stanford got too much in the trenches. Deion don't got no trenches.
I don't
Same
know.
problem he had at Jackson State, he gonna have at Colorado. He ain't got nobody in the trenches. Stanford is gonna have. I mean, what Stanford done beat Oregon? Like Mario know about Stanford? Like, come on.
I gotta find Deion at least 3 or 4 wins. So Stanford, I'm gonna have to give Deion a dub.
Okay, I don't see that one either.
Dev agreed with me.
Yeah, Surferboard says it's a toss-up.
Of course, Sports Hub agreed. I'll definitely give him the win for Stanford. I got to find him at least 3 wins, man.
But Momo think they'll beat Stanford. Okay.
All right. So back to Arizona State.
That's an interesting one. He could beat Arizona State.
Since you said that, I'm gonna give him that win. I'm gonna give him that W.
Just because they got a new coach too. Matter of fact, they coach is our old offensive coordinator, but Jaden Rashada over there. I don't know if that mean anything.
It don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. He's a freshman quarterback coming in. Probably ain't even gonna start, to be honest.
Yes, ma'am. Come here.
I could see him possibly. I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna give him Arizona State.
Game. Arizona State gonna be trying to figure out they own nonsense, so he might could win that game.
Okay. And they got a new head coach. Okay. UCLA.
That's an L.
That's a fat L to me.
Chip Kelly gonna run the score up on him too.
That's a huge L. Yeah, that's definitely a loss. Y'all let me know in the chat. UCLA, win or loss? Sports Hub said a toss-up for the first time. He didn't get
UCLA gonna run the score up.
All right, so it's fair to say I'm just seeing L's all across the board. Move on. Oregon State Beavers. Oh, wait. Somebody gave him a dub. William gave him a dub over UCLA.
William drunk too.
William, what's your drink of choice?
William drunk too.
Oh man, damn, that's tough.
So these next 3 games, as I look at it, Oregon State, Arizona, I mean, these are all trash teams. So maybe he could do something in those games.
All right, guys. So as you guys can see, if I scroll down, it says Big 12 championship. So we're not gonna do that.
No, he ain't. Hell no.
We're not gonna even scroll that far. Oh man. Yeah, I think he lose to the Oregon State. I think he lose to Arizona. No, actually, I'm gonna give Arizona as a toss-up. It's a home game for Deion, and Arizona has never done anything to really impress.
That's right. Oregon State did beat Florida 30-3 or whatever it was. So that's
they definitely gonna put a beating on. As a matter of fact, I think the Gators
had to kick a field goal just to score some points in that game.
I think I got a clip from that game. Oh, yeah, I do. Yes, I do. Here we go.
And J.M. Griffin. Dominant
Oh yeah, that's gonna be Travis Hunter right there getting the stiff arm.
Oh man, y'all put a 1 in the chat if y'all want to see that again. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all want to see that again. Oh man, Gators getting manhandled, and he did the chump at the end.
Maybe
Okay,
I don't know how good Arizona is, so I
I
don't know.
see a whole bunch of 1s in the chat. Okay, cool. I was finna say if I ain't see no
Oh yeah,
1s,
and DJ went to Oregon State. I forgot about that.
I was about to say if I don't see no 1s in the chat, I was gonna put 1 in there for myself. There we go.
And J.M. Griffin. Dominant touchdown run.
Man, the add insult to injury. He did a chomping at the end. That's tough. That boy Billy really called a timeout to kick a field
Kick a
goal.
field goal, bro. Down 30-0, bro. Come on.
Oh man, I thought that boy brought pathetic to a whole new level. Oh man. Well, I think I'm about to wrap it up. I think a lot will transpire till next week. I think we could continue doing these every week on Friday, around this time. Definitely finna see where the draft is at right now. See, if any players from Miami or Florida State or even the Gators got drafted. Hopefully we get somebody drafted because I do not want to hear this shit from Gator fans. Definitely
Man,
don't.
that ain't the flex they think it is. How you got all these NFL players and won 6 games?
That's what I was thinking too. Like, what does that say about your coaching staff? If you have a guy that's highly rated to the NFL and you couldn't do nothing with him, man, that's
Yep,
tough.
that's when I knew Billy wasn't shit.
But we'll find out in a couple of years in the NFL for Anthony Richardson. So I guess we'll just leave it on a cliffhanger next time on Dragon Ball Z. Remember, it did take Goku like 30 episodes of transforming into a Super Saiyan. So we might see the same thing with Anthony Richardson in the NFL. But anyways, guys, appreciate all y'all for coming through. All you Seminole fans, Gator fans, Hurricane fans, and all. Transfer portal, DEION Sanders, NIL. It's just beginning.
It's gonna be fun to watch.
Hopefully, catch you guys next week, Friday. That's it. Good night, folks.
All right, we got you.